Hey guys, what's going on? Going to go through Jeff Bishop's Bullseye trades. It's Thursday night, so this alert came out on Monday and the markets are closed tomorrow, so I thought I'd do the overview of the trade that happened this week. I didn't get in it, I was kind of busy, I never pulled back, so I wasn't able to get an entry. I know a few people were though, so congrats to whoever got in the AMGN trade this week, which is really cool. Here are the list of the trades for the whole of 2022 and the 2023 one so far. You can see this one came out 3 days ago. AMGN April 21st, 245 calls, near 270. And so this was an interesting one. I think it was definitely the sort of thesis of 2023 has been more about not, like 2022 was all about not chasing these trades, right? Waiting for a dip, getting in. The last few week winners have been really like taking off the next day sort of thing, and I'm going to have to kind of revise my strategy for how I'm playing these because I got into the habit of waiting for a day or two and now I'm missing them all, so they're all just taking off. So getting in at the alert price or close to it seems to be the way to go these days. So the market's changed, these are acting differently than the whole of 2022, so I'm not sure I can any longer really suggest that getting in like the next day or the day after is maybe not the best advice anymore. These things are often not really pulling back at all. So the people that were able to get in at 280, 290 would have made some serious money this week. But if you're like me and waiting for a pullback that never came, you feel kind of annoyed. So here is the summary that he sent out on Monday. So he talked about last week's, which I covered in my video. And he says, for this week, I still think the market will be choppy and continue to frustrate the bears. While I don't expect to see any significant new highs after the blowout rally last week, I do not think the market is going to roll over and give back a bulk of the gains we just saw. So let's see how right he was about that. So if we go to SPY here. So this was SPY. This was Monday right here. So you can see we just kind of went sideways, went down a little bit, but not really that much. I mean, we opened here, the 408, so really we're sideways, right? We spiked a bit, came down a bit, pulled back. So it was really a flat week. So is that kind of what he was saying? Let's see. We'll be choppy and continue to frustrate bears, so I don't expect to see any significant new highs. I do not think the market is going to roll over and give back. So he was right. It went flat for the whole week, so that's good. The biotech sector has been finding some life again after a dismal few months to start the year. I really like the support building up for the entire sector, blah, blah, blah. The top dog in that ETF is one of my favorite bio stocks. Yeah, so biotech AMGN was this week's options trade. When a major stock like this drops from the 280s to 220s, you better pay attention. I think we have seen the lows for AMGN for quite a while, and the bulls will take charge again. So let's see, I'm expecting AMGN to have a slight dip today or tomorrow, and I plan to be there to buy it up. And it really didn't, that was the problem. It did a tiny bit, but not really. So it is definitely an interesting trade. I'm putting my target price on the options just a little lower than the closing price on Friday last week. That was the problem. So if we go back and look at the chart here for AMGN. So this is Monday right here. So the problem is he was trying to get in, let's see, he was trying to get in at these prices, and really we gapped a little bit and then solidified and then continued for the rest of the week. So that was a problem. So he wanted to get in just a little lower than the closing price on Friday. And so if you look at the chart, the closing price on Friday was never retested, just barely at the start of Monday. So right here. So we closed here on the Friday. And so if you were quick, you could have got in around here somewhere and then just rode this the whole week. So it was a huge winner. I mean, this is amazing. The problem is if you were doing what I did in 2022, which is just wait for a massive pullback, you'd have been horribly disappointed because it never really came. So if we look at the levels here, so the stop was below 234. So if you'd taken this, based on his advice that we pulled back below the closing price, we did this in the first 10 minutes of the open on Monday. So people were rewarded that did that, that's for sure. So let's mark out some of the levels here. 234 is a way down here, so you see we never came anywhere close to the stop. I'll just mark in 234 right here. So this is the stop that he had. This was the start of the trade right here. And so He had 248 and 255, so 248 is right here. Just roughly, we don't have to be right on, 248. And then 255 is the way up here. And so you can see within a day, we hit the first price target, which is awesome. So this is what I'm saying, like this, I used to constantly preach to people, you need to wait for a pullback the next day, but really it just ran and hit that first price target within a day. So if you bought early on Monday, you'd probably have at least taken some profits at 248. And then this thing continued up and hit its top price target, 255, up there by Thursday. So you see, he actually hit both his price targets for once. And that corresponds to a huge gain in the options. So this is the crazy thing, like it's not much of a price change, right? It trended up, but check out the options. Like if we go to the option contracts, these are the two, I think it was the 245 calls near 270. So look at this thing, like 270 was right here. So you can see like you'd be struggling to get it at 270. I'll zoom in so you can see. And so this definitely rewarded the people that usually chase this thing. So 295, 280, $3. You were kind of in this range right here before this thing just went crazy. And it went from 280, 290 all the way up to 1145 today twice, until pulling back to the 10s. So this was a massive winner. The problem is I missed it, like I said. Basically, I just don't have the strategy in place that allows me to chase these things, or not chase them, but just not wait for an absolute bargain. So the whole of 2022, I was waiting for a 10, 20, 30% pullback from this number that you'd give. So if he said 270, I'd be looking to get in at 220, 210. And so this is the problem, right? Like this has happened a couple of times over the last few trades where it just goes like straight up. And so it happened here as well, went from 3 to 5.5. Again, there wasn't really much of a pullback. This one, the same, 100% winner. This is like a, 300% winner or something crazy. So really good trade. It's just I'm going to have to learn to adapt to 2023's Bullseye trades, which is they work, but they work too well. They work too fast, and you end up just not being able to get in these if you're looking for a pullback. So I guess that's my sort of thoughts going forward, is I'm going to try and actually like set a limit order, maybe even like start scaling in differently, maybe set it for 3, like in this case, and then add as it drops a little bit, so averaging down rather than waiting for a pullback and then missing the trade. I think that's kind of my thoughts going forward for this. So people were commenting, a lot of people, like I've noticed, they're kind of dropping off this service. I don't know why, it's still working, it's just a little bit trickier. I still follow it every week at least. And so this guy, Jeffrey, was saying I put in the AMGN trade at $270 per contract. Didn't get filled and hesitated. So yeah, so people are having the same problem I had. This was a 280% winner, which is crazy. But a lot of people are just like, but I was waiting for a dip, didn't get it. That's how it is, I guess. AMGN is a big winner, Jeff. Too bad I didn't get it on Monday. Didn't want to chase it. And so, like, a lot of this is the same thought. The same thought process I've developed over the last year, which is not chasing these trades. But honestly, it looks like in 2023 we've got to change that and start chasing them a little bit. Not even chasing, just like scaling in. Really, is kind of the thoughts here. And so, what I found interesting here was CELH was one that was a while back. I don't know. Let's see if we can find it. Jeff is still in that, which I had no idea he did. So let's see if we can find CELH. I think this was a while ago. Yeah, this was back in September last year. So he was still in this, September 16th. No, it can't be. That must be something else. Maybe it was Bullseye Unlimited he's talking about here. That doesn't make any sense though. Unless there was another CELH. I mean, there was in December, but again, this was December 16th. Weird. So yeah, I guess he maybe was in some other CELH and Bullseye Unlimited. We can have a quick look at that. So Bullseye Unlimited is this other service I'm in. I don't really follow it that much though. I think Market, probably something like Market Navigator by Jeff Williams is probably something that is probably better than this. I saw a few people talking about it this week. Market Navigator by Jeff Williams is SPY daily options trades, which is really good. I'd say it's better value than Bullseye Unlimited from what I've seen. So let's have a look at Bullseye Unlimited really quick. Let's see, updates, videos, launchpad, stop targets, weekly. Yeah, not really seeing a clear thing here. Maybe it was in the alerts. Let me have a look through and see if CELH was a recent Bullseye Unlimited trade. Just curious what this guy's talking about here, because we did trade CELH and Bullseye weekly, but it was a while ago. So Bullseye trades, let's see, Bullseye trades 3 days ago. Wonder if it's in the alert section on here rather than the emails. So that was the alerts. Here's the emails. Not seeing anything mentioned about it, so I'm not really sure what that CELH is all about. Probably doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, so basically the winning streak of Bullseye trades continues. I don't think that we should be put off by the fact that this thing took off along with the last few. I think it's something that we just need to adapt to, right? So my plan is to start scaling into these things, and if we get a dip, my average will go down, but at least I'll have a position in case this doesn't dip and just continues up. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully some of you guys got AMGN calls this week and made some money on them. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys soon.